The following program contains scenes and language of a frank and explicit nature. Discretion is advised.
Welcome to Rare Form Radio, coming to you from Zoom.
Go ahead, let's do it. Hey, dude, Zoom. Let's Zoom later, dude.
I hate the fact that Zoom is now like part of the culture. You know what I mean? Like, hey, let's Zoom with each other. Zoom. Like, can't you just say let's video chat? Or like, I'll see you on the screen. Or I just hate that even if you're not doing Zoom, it's gonna be we Zoomed each other. I accept the FaceTime because FaceTime, I guess FaceTime wasn't the first, was it? It was like Skype was one of the firsts.
Yeah, but that was like, FaceTime is the first time it kind of became common to just.
And iPhone and all that shit. So like, I just hate that Zoom is. I don't like the word.
It's become like Kleenex or Coke. Hey, I got a Coke when it means like orange drink.
But do you ever have those moments where like you trip out on a word and you can't believe it's a word because it sounds so dumb? Does that ever happen to you?
Friendster.
Yeah, but Zoom. Zoom.
Panties.
Yeah, it's a dumb word. And it feeds into my conspiracy theory that the creators who brought us Zoom also brought us this virus. Like, I could just see it at a fucking board meeting. Some kid trying to climb the ladder in the company is like, guys, I got a great idea. This is how we're going to get everybody to use our fucking product. We're going to unleash a deadly virus to keep them in their houses so they're forced to use Zoom.
I would not. This is the kind of conspiracy I wouldn't bet my life against.
That's right.
Yeah, this one makes sense. I wouldn't be surprised if the CEO is from Wuhan or some shit.
Yeah. Zoomhan.
You know the way those Chinamen can be.
So I do have a couple of things. One, I just want to address this one thing. Now, I know that I sent you this the other day and you didn't get the reference right away, but you knew it once I told you what it was. And I don't necessarily want you to say what it is. I want someone to DM us or something. Maybe we can give them a t-shirt or some kind of prize or a sticker, something. If you can guess what shirt this movie is from.
Yes.
But I'll give you this. It was worn this way.
Which tells me 80s. Gotta think 80s.
So it was cut off in the half in a crop top. Anyway, so if you, this is one of my new favorite shirts. A friend of mine bought it from me because we're both fans of how stupid and awesome that movie is.
And I didn't get it at first, but I do love the film and the series that it's part of.
There's a few of them. I'm backing this up a little bit.
Ooh, it's like a Hitchcockian push, Vertigo shit.
Wait, yeah, let's see. How about this? Ready?
Yep.
All right, so I'm just realizing that like the killer's in the house type of thing.
I'm looking at you. You see me in the window.
Yeah. Can't do it now.
Hold on. Ready?
Okay. Okay. Or you could do it reverse like this.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Anyway.
If you're only listening to this, just know that was hilarious. I promise.
So, Dan, how are you? How's everything going? I don't want to get too much into fucking Corona world because I'm over it. But
I also assume that most people want to hear this show because they don't want to think about what's going on. So, quick update is I'm doing all right.
Are you staying safe?
Todd's PSA for the night.
I can't hear the phrase "stay safe." I can't. I don't want it signed to me in a text. I don't want it to end in email. I don't want to hear it over the fucking phone. I don't want to Zoom it.
I use it. I say it.
I did a couple of times at first, but then when I got an assault of them, like, just don't. I get it. The world's fucked up right now. I don't need you to tell me to stay safe. I try and stay as safe as I can during the course of my life when there's nothing going on.
I think it's the more the new way of saying I love you. It's like a stay safe meaning I really want you to stay safe because I care about you.
Right, but most of the people that I get it from, I don't really care about.
Oh, that's a problem. Yeah, that makes sense.
See my dilemma there?
Yes, I do. But I'm doing fine. I got some cool news recently that I don't want to talk about yet. I told you about it, but I got a big opportunity recently, which I'm very excited about. It's
great news. I'm very excited for you.
We'll get more on it. We'll talk more about it later when I haven't been fired from it.
Well, we'll see. We'll see when that happens.
Yeah, it could happen. But overall,
I think you should hold the news until you get fired and then say what it was.
That's pretty good. Pretty good. Chief of staff at the White House.
Just throwing it out there. You'd probably do a better job.
Oh man, there's so much crazy shit going on. Have we done a show since he mentioned the disinfectant?
The shooting disinfectant? And
I think we did talk about it.
I don't know if we did or not. Let's shove a fucking flashlight.
Bring light into the body.
Show a flashlight up your ass and fucking down some disinfectant was
a powerful light. Yeah. As of the recording of this show, the news today was that starting June 1st, we might average 3,000 deaths a day in America. So 100,000 a month starting next month. Because as of today, things are opening up. California opens up this week. The beaches in Florida were open today, and they were immediately closed because they gave 8,000 citations in the first few hours of people not following the rules.
Right.
But
I think that they just open them up for that reason. They're going to generate so much revenue, fucking people over. So it's like, let them go out. The stupid ones that are going to get sick anyway eventually because they're that dumb.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like that's a whole nother thing. Like I'm torn between schools of thought of this whole thing. Like I get staying at home. This is one thing that I think people don't understand. The staying at home thing isn't so that you don't get this. It's so you don't get it right away so that the hospitals aren't overwhelmed.
I was just with someone. Yeah.
There's billions of microbes in the world. Mm-hmm. The human immune system is what has kept our species going. It has to be ingratiated into human culture sooner or later, just like the flu. Yep. Some people get it and die from it. Some people get it and get really sick and it's a week and they're good. And some people just don't get it. You know, and this thing will be the same thing. It was just such a deadly one and so vicious at first. It's like, stay home so that we could give the fucking hospitals a break so that if you do get it, you can be helped.
Yeah, but the problem still is that it's worse than the flu because of the incubation period where you can have it for 2 weeks before knowing, so you infect so many more people.
Right, but that's what that feeds into that too. Like, let's give a break. Let's stay in for a little bit. But we also live in a world that, like, if the economy falls apart, what the fuck's the difference anyway?
Right.
You know what I mean? So,
I mean, really, when you break it down, tomorrow's just the future's yesterday. So.
All right. That's our show. Thank you very much, Dan.
Yeah. Are you staying safe, Todd?
Dude, when I can get close to you, I'm punching you. I might risk infection.
Postmates, food's here.
Just fucking sneeze and drool into your mouth.
Oh, don't.
It's worse than
time.
Stay safe.
But how are you really? For real, how are you doing? All right?
Yeah, I mean, it's fucking crazy, and like I'm going a little stir crazy, just like everybody else, and. You know, the kids are fucking figuring it out. We try and get outside, but you know, what can you do?
I feel like I just can't complain because there are people like you that have children and have like I have no responsibilities. Like I'm getting paid from unemployment. I'm getting paid to have no responsibility for the most part. So I feel like a dick if I do complain. I miss friends. I miss that kind of stuff. But like, I can handle this. You know,
Just watch Friends. It's on all the time on TV.
there's a lot to watch. There's a ton.
I'm still in the phase where it's like I just can't watch TV right now. Being forced at home, to me, I like TV as a luxury. You know, so like when I'm forced to watch it, I don't really want to watch it. But when I have a million things to do, I'm like, fuck it, I'm going to stay home and watch TV. Like anyway.
But then,
Yeah, it's. Go ahead.
I was saying if you watch TV, you get to catch your celebrity PSAs that you love so much.
Oh God, that was the next thing I was going to fucking bring up. Actually, so there's been this rash of PSAs on TV, celebrity PSAs that are like them in their house. Make sure you stay home. Wash your hands for 20 seconds. Use disinfect. Like, dude, I don't need some fucking jerk off from a TV show that can't get a fucking cup of coffee without running it by their assistant first to go out and sending them off on that task. Like, and this is the thing that drives me crazy, just because, you know, we exist in a show business city. And I could see the fucking agents like, well, we got to keep your brand in the lexicon. So I'm going to sign you. You're going to do these PSAs. And like the networks themselves know that half of these fucking jerk offs, people don't even, unless you specifically watch that show, they have to put the actor's name and then the show that they're on.
Yeah, we're not hearing from Sean Penn.
Yeah, we're not hearing from show. Yeah, we're hearing from like fucking third-rate shitty actors that were lucky enough to get a season out of something, and they're like in their house, and their houses are always too white, too, and open and airy, and it drives me fucking crazy. Like, wash your hands. Like, what am I fucking? You know, like the shows that I'm watching, kids aren't watching those same networks, so it's like you're not doing it for children. I'm a fucking 50-year-old man. I know that when there's a global pandemic that's killing people, I could figure out to wash my hands and to do a good job of it without some fucking 20-year-old, you know, good-looking fucking jerk off having to tell me, you know, or some third rate who used to be a big shot and is now like some 90210 guy now telling me,
you don't want health advice from Branford Marsalis from The Tonight Show from the 80s and 90s?
Branford Marsalis, I'm okay with. At least he does something for a living. He makes music.
Does
to
he?
me, that's.
I don't even know.
Yeah, well, he comes from a long line of Marsalis. Okay. Wynton
Marsali? Wynton?
Yeah, Wynton Marsalis, another famous musician. It's his brother.
Really?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Anyway, so with that being said, and how much I hate celebrity PSAs, I have a little PSA. I have a little PSA. Wow.
What?
That one's good on the way back. The earthquake method.
Ooh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. A little friction.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Watched Fargo the other night.
Do you watch the show? The show's coming back soon.
I didn't watch the last season, but I watched the first 2 seasons, and they were great. And I have the last season. The last season was, what, the alien-ish one?
I don't think so. No. There's only been 2 seasons, I think. There was the there was the Billy Bob season.
Yeah, that one was fucking great.
First season, fantastic. And the second season was, I think, Ted Danson.
Yeah, but wasn't that the one with aliens and stuff? And
maybe there was.
There was some supernatural element other than the obvious.
Either way, it's a fucking awesome show.
I didn't watch that one, but I still have it in my queue, and I just haven't watched
it. Watch it. It's great. No PSAs.
Anyway, so I am going to do a little bit of a PSA. It's not a public service announcement. It's me supporting Wendy Adamson, who's been on our show before, who is a great friend of mine and who is one of the. I know you weren't at the show that she was at.
No, but I listened and I loved it. It was she was awesome.
She's a fucking rock hardcore awesome, sweetest lady in the world, and she is someone that I hold dear because to me, she's a integral brick in my sobriety from when I got clean 17 years ago. Anyway, she's an author. She's written the book Motherload, and her son has started this company called Have a Soul. And basically, I'm going to read a little bit of what she sent because I don't want to do it any misjustice.
Okay.
But Have a Soul is an organization whose mission is to provide challenged and at-risk people, especially the young population, with quality footwear to encourage healthier lifestyles and prevent disease while fostering a sense of community along the way. Through their schools, partners, coaches, Have a Soul has implemented a fitness and reading program targeting youth who live at or below the poverty line. Upon completion of these exercises and reading goals that they give them, the Have a Soul team delivers fresh sneakers right to their doorsteps. This represents their first foray into providing respite for parents during these times. Basically, what this company does, what this organization does, hold on. Luca! Fucking dog is ringing the bell. Nobody. If I don't let, sorry, Wendy, that I'm ruining your PSA. But if I don't tell someone to let the dog out, he'll just keep ringing that bell. Anyway, basically, what these people do is they're out on their frontline workers, basically, because they're going out in this pandemic and they're putting shoes, footwear, sneakers on kids' feet who really can't afford them.
Awesome.
And dealing with the community. Now, I know that this probably won't get up in time because they did a thing called #GivingTuesday Now. It's a campaign that's that they added to their calendar for May 5th, which we're recording this tonight is the 4th. So tomorrow,
we'll get it up tonight.
They're asking the members of the Have a Soul family to come together and donate. If you cannot make a monetary donation at this time, we understand. Please consider sharing this message with your family, friends on social media in order to help our cause. So basically, if you go to Have a Soul, it's HAVASOLE, or you could just DM us if you forget and you want to, even just a fucking $1, like whatever you got. This is a worthy cause, and it's awesome people that I know that are running this organization, so it's my pleasure to try and spread the word on that.
I imagine they'll accept donations after that point, right?
Yeah, I mean they're going to keep doing stuff. It's just that this was the event coming up, and I had a conversation with Wendy, and she was like, "Hey, would you mind mentioning?" And I was like, "Of course." And I told her
this is not a paid advertisement. This is just like a good cause.
No, this is, and I've even told Wendy this, that she's the only person I would do this for. Everyone else can go fuck themselves. So I love her that much, and it is a great thing that they've created. So
because I want to point out that Make-A-Wish Foundation hit us up, and we told them to hit the bricks.
I was like, dude, I got Wendy Adamson, author of Motherload. Get the fuck out of here with your wishes.
Cancer kids want to suck my dick. We're not interested. And they might. If they do, hit us up. Let me know.
Said you could wish you were Wendy asking me. That's what you could wish for.
That's all you're going to get.
Anyway, no, but stuff like that obviously is a great cause, so help them out. Anyway, so that's my PSA, my one and only.
Excellent. I mentioned a second ago that Florida got a bunch of fines for not wearing masks on the beach.
Mm-hmm.
In San Diego, there's been a lot of like a big uprising in San Diego, California about people not wanting to follow the rules.
Right.
So this is what some dude wore to the store today because he had to wear a mask.
Oh my God. Wait, but am I incorrect? Is his skin tone very dark in that arm?
It might just be he's white, but he's tanned.
It's Florida.
Yeah.
Probably wasn't wearing
San Diego, dude.
It's San Diego. Well, there's sun in San Diego, and he probably wasn't wearing sunblock.
Probably not.
Oh my God. So what happened with that guy? Like,
I don't know. I just saw the article right when we started the show, but I don't fucking know. I mean, it's not illegal. It's questionable. It's not cool, but it's not illegal, I don't think. Is it? It can't be.
I don't know. Well, I guess not. I mean, they do rallies in the streets and shit.
Mm-hmm. I think you can wear swastikas in public.
You get
People-
your ass kicked.
Yeah, people are going to fuck you up, but you can do it.
Did you see that clip of that kid who was on the? Yeah. That's one of the best.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
We all know.
It's fantastic. I have a question for you.
Yes.
I was looking at the Dark Matter Twitter the other day.
Yes.
You had a weird exchange with someone
Oh yeah.
about it. I didn't hear about it from you. I just happened to be.
You had.
Yeah, I just pulled it up because I want to talk about it. Do you mind if
All right. No, go ahead. I mean, I posted it publicly, so like, yeah, go ahead.
So we have a listener named Brent who added you, like he at Todd Newman, and he said,
Wait,
"What?
let me interrupt and just give a little bit of a setup.
Okay.
My hand wasn't in the ready to move the computers.
Oh,
so
okay,
I
sorry.
couldn't follow your lead there. I rarely look at Twitter. I do every once in a while, but like it's not a daily thing with me. Sometimes a week or so goes by before I check it. Usually if I'm active on there, it's because I've shared something on Instagram with a picture and wrote a little thing, and I just automatically shoot it to Twitter also from my Instagram page. But rarely do I check it. Every once in a while, and people who follow me see like I'll like something or answer them back. But it's not an everyday thing.
No.
And Facebook, I'm like rarely checking anymore. So I'm more Instagram aware then. So I don't check it all the time. Now, okay. So wait, I posted a picture of like some quarantine, my wife and I playing gin because I got an amazing once in a lifetime gin hand of a straight run of the same suit, which is like not often, doesn't happen often. So to make fun of her, I posted it with a funny little thing. And this guy is responding to that, my personal family post.
Yeah.
And this is what he writes.
So he says, at Todd Newman, how is Dave, mate? Still having a sabbatical from online? Look forward to a few more podcasts down the track with Dark Matter crew. Take care. That was April 21st. Okay. And then April 25th, 4 days later, he ats you again. Can't speak? Simple question. Okay, Brent. And then your response cracked me the fuck up because if this is your first time listening, this is as Todd Newman as a guest. You said,
but wait. What he said right there is fucking aggressive, right? Like can't speak. Simple question.
Right.
Okay.
Not like, oh, sorry. Yeah, he's just being Brent, you're a fucking dick.
Yeah. Go ahead.
So our own Todd Newman says, oh, geez, man, sorry I'm not on Twitter every 5 minutes to answer your fucking question about how someone else is. I'm doing other things in this global pandemic, like, I don't know, taking care of my family, and shit like this is exactly why online sabbaticals are a great idea. Yes, Todd Newman.
But I mean, am I wrong? Like, first of all, he's aggressive. Second of all, I'm sorry if I'm not fucking online every fucking 2 seconds. I don't know you. I don't know you
and you don't have to answer anyone you don't want to answer.
Right. But here's the thing. I probably would have just blocked him for just being an idiot that's like following one of my personal posts asking about someone else. It would be different if it was like one of the people that we interact with that listen to our show that we've known for years and stuff. Because I get those like, what's up with Dave's all the time.
Some I answer, I don't.
Yeah, the people who I know, who I've interacted with before, I'll answer. And they'll usually ask me on private, on direct messaging, not in the public forum.
Right.
But I post something and then you answer it by asking me about someone else. You don't ask how I am. You ask how Dave is, which I don't give a shit if you care how I am or not. But like just in the context of it, your manipulation game is off too. Like you should have just said, hope you guys are good or something like that.
Like if you don't care how I feel, but you want to know how a friend is, make me think you care how I feel.
Right. put a little fucking thought into it. But then to like, this is exactly why Dave takes online sabbaticals, is because of jerk offs like that. And that's what I meant by writing that line.
And then he also responded after that, all good, brother, just asking. Well, no, first of all, it's not all good. Second of all, you weren't just asking, you were being a little cocksucker about it.
Yeah. So fuck him.
But definitely, Brent, go buy a t-shirt at rareformradio.threadless.com and we'll consider it all good.
Yeah. Well, that'll even the playing field a little bit.
Absolutely.
I want a Todd's mugs.
Probably, so we can take dumps in it.
Well, what a fucking prick. Fuck him.
Yep. We don't need you, Brent. Get a life, Brent. Go fuck you. Hope you get COVID, you little bitch. I don't mean that, Brent. Maybe I do. I don't know. Speaking of listeners, you want to hear a couple questions?
Sure.
Let's see what we got here. Oh, this is good. So we talked a lot about our boy Wood a couple shows ago. Mm-hmm. The big black dude with a huge cock and all that stuff. Mm-hmm. Since resuming, this is great. Jen sent us a thing saying, so my dumb friend set Wood as her Zoom background for a happy hour, which was hilarious. What was not funny to her was she forgot to change it when she logged into her Monday morning work meeting. That's pretty great.
I think. What's that?
That's not a question as much as an awesome mistake.
I think that's a little less of a mistake than she thinks it is.
More of a power move, maybe.
A power move or a subconscious decision that I really just like this guy. I want him up here. And then, oh my God, I forgot at work. But really, you meant to leave it up there. The other part of your brain, the creative part, wanted you to leave it there. And that's okay.
I like believing that. I like to believe that.
Talking about.
And then question.
Wait. Fucking Brent. Fuck that guy.
Yeah. Should I block him just for fun from the dark matter?
Yeah, just block him.
I'll do it right now. Brent, you're getting blocked.
No, first, the other thing is like, he doesn't understand that dark matter is pretty much done at this point, or at least there's no future in the near future. There's not going to be episodes as of right now.
Should we blame him?
No, but he doesn't really understand that. So first put Brent, hey, good news. New episodes coming out, coming soon, and then block them.
Coming soon to Twitter only. Too bad you're blocked. I'll do it later. Oh yeah, second question. Only question, I guess.
Yes.
Question: have either of you guys been ripped off or scammed bad, or sold something dodgy and got caught out? I don't know what that means, but have we been ripped off or scammed before?
Well, I mean, in my lifetime,
yeah,
I was a fucking junkie. I got ripped off, and I ripped off people all the time. Like, I've done a lot of shady shit in my life, but like as far as, well, I've had identity theft and fraud, like all that kind of, run of the mill credit card type of stuff that I have nothing to do with.
Mm-hmm.
I did have a credit card fraud, and I have a friend who's an FBI agent, and he happened to work in that division.
Mm-hmm.
He made it his like personal trip to find out who the person was and like bust it. And he said like, oh, your tip helped us out because it was a big ring, like a ring of fraud, and it was all coming from inside a prison.
Whoa. So there's a shot caller in prison who was...
The guy was doing it with his girlfriend, like from the outside, but he had computer access, and it was like a low minimum security, but yeah.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah.
But I've bought shit that's been like, hey, this is awesome. And then I get it. I'm like, it's not. I don't know if I guess that's scamming to an extent.
That's called shopping on Amazon, and it happens often.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes I return it. Sometimes I give it away. Sometimes I just throw it away. Like,
have you ever straight up robbed somebody? You don't have to admit it if you don't.
Well, I've lived a long life. Let's put it that way. I mean, I haven't like put on a fucking ski mask and gone into a house like that kind of thing.
But you've flexed your will on someone and walked away a more enriched human being.
Sure.
Okay.
And I've had it happen to me.
All right.
You know,
That's a good way to explain it away. Hey, it's happened to me. I've been raped before, so I'm going to fucking rape later.
yeah, it's an eye for an eye. I go for an eye for an eye in my life. No, I've done. I mean, look, I was a kid in a volatile time in a volatile city and doing dangerous things. Like, yeah, I've gotten into trouble and shit, but was I ever a career criminal? No.
I was never a drug guy growing up or drank or anything, but in high school, I stole over the course of a year and a half, like $30,000 from my boss.
There you go. That's a good one.
It's pretty good. So I've scammed, and I don't think it's been done back to me, but I'm just waiting. Luckily, I don't believe in karma, so I think I'm all right.
It's a good thing. It's convenient.
Yeah, it is.
You don't believe in karma.
I can sleep.
Yeah, I when I was fucking junkie, I had one of my fucking best friends who's still one of my best friends to this day, who's been a guest on this show before, or on Dark Matter anyway. Me and him used to beat each other on drug buys all the time, like on a daily basis. He'd rip me off, I'd rip him off. He'd, but piddly junkie shit, like, the guy gave it to me open already.
Right.
That kind of thing. And like,
which both people, when you say it, it's bullshit, but what are you going to do?
Yeah, I paid $150 for these pills. I need $200 for them, when really I got them from someone who had a prescription and they paid like $5.
Right.
Shit like that.
Right.
Long time ago. Those days are long past.
So let me ask you this: in your in this new pandemic situation, are you still buying watches? Are you still spending on fun shit? Or are you tightening the purse a little bit?
Well, I spent on essentials for a lot of it's been essential stuff.
We ain't talking essentials. We're talking bullshit.
I got a watch right before this pandemic started. It was a gift. I didn't spend my own money, but it came from my family. So it came from my bank account.
Okay.
For my 50th birthday, I got a very special. And then this hit. So it was like I was just wearing it in my house. Like I couldn't even flash it around town or anything. Yeah, I've bought a couple of fun things. Jewelry wise, and I have an offer in on a watch right now.
Okay, so you're shopping. You're active.
Oh, I'm shopping still.
Okay.
Yeah, fuck it. What if the world ends tomorrow? I want to die with all my watches on my wrists.
I collect
watches up to here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Watches.
This is my bicep watch. This is my shoulder watch.
You want to know what time it is? It's time to look at my watch.
Asshole. Now we have our cover. It's okay, buddy. Hey, Todd, you doing all right? You staying safe?
Staying safe. Hey, Dan, stay safe.
Thanks.
Exclamation point.
Thank you. So
exclamation point.
I collect bats. Everyone knows. Mm-hmm. I feel like a lot of people are selling stuff now because of what's going on. So there's a time to get deals. Is that happening in the watch community as well, where people are like panic selling?
Yeah, there is and there isn't. It's funny because there's even been like, I keep up on all that shit. So there's been articles written like, who's scamming on taking advantage of you right now, and what's really a good deal because of this. But no, like the watch community, I don't want to get into a whole fucking talk about watches or whatever, but the watch community, yeah, there are some good deals right now because people need money. And so sellers are letting shit go for a little less, not much, but a little bit less. You can get a little bit of a better deal.
Okay.
Not a great thing, but like that's for new shit. But if you like vintage stuff, which I do, there's certain models and years and other things that might not have meaning to people that have meaning to me that I want in my collection. Because I have a ton of vintage stuff too. You can find those from sellers who aren't necessarily watch sellers, but they're like, I'm gonna just sell my father's thing because I need the fucking $2,000 right now, and it's they don't realize that they could sell it for 10 if they wanted to a collector, that kind of shit.
Got it.
But yeah, I've been doing a little. There's nothing else to do but shop.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I saw a funny meme today. It was a picture of like one of those Renaissance like paintings with like the big crazy hat and a long robe and someone with a leash with some weird lizard on a leash. And the meme was like all of us looking at all the stupid shit we bought during the pandemic once it's over with.
Yeah, I definitely bought some stupid shit.
Yeah.
I bought unnecessary stuff, like things that I thought were essential that just aren't.
We just bought a Roomba. We did the Roomba.
Oh, that
that's the robot cleaning thing.
Right.
I mean, you and I are both big Howard Stern fans, but a couple weeks ago he was talking about the Roomba and how amazing it was. So talked to the wife, and we're sick of, it's weird. Like, this is the time when we have the most time to clean, but now we just bought a little robot maid, and I'm stoked about it. It mopped. Go ahead.
No, so you could just sit on the couch and do nothing and watch it work?
Yes. 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 So we got the combo. So there's one that does dusting and everything, and it docks itself and charges itself. And there's another one that's a mop. So it cleans the floors.
And you're into docking, correct?
Big time. Big time.
For those of you who don't know what docking is in the sex world, just Google it. Just put gay docking.
Or hit up Todd's brother. He'll tell you all about it.
Yeah.
Do you think he's docked before?
Well, I don't know if he has the capacity to dock.
Why? Does he have a little tiny little dick?
No, not for that reason. But I believe that there needs to be one of the two at least need to be uncircumcised, right, for a true dock.
In his life, growing up in New York, there's all kinds of people there. He strikes me as the kind of guy that likes European boys.
No, he likes, like, you'd be surprised. He's more of a like big burly, like American,
like work, like guys with sledgehammers and shit.
Yeah.
Maybe not. Maybe he hasn't then.
Dan, did you see the shirt?
Oh yeah, I did. Show me where you put the watches again. Right there you go. You look good, dude.
I lost 20 pounds in this pandemic, and now people like my wife,
it's noticeable.
Her friends, they all fucking hate me.
How did you do that? For real?
They're all going up. I'm going down. I started doing it before we kind of got into quarantine. I was like, fuck it. I'm fucking 50. My back is killing me. I knew that losing some weight will help with my back, and it has to an extent. I mean, I'm still injured, but
that's why the show actually.
Yeah, I couldn't do it last week because I fucked up my back. That's and I know you could say, can you just sit here and just do it? It's easy. It's not. I can't.
Anyone who says that has never had back pain.
Right. And also, I don't want to. There was one show that we did where we were filming in the studio with the phones, and I wouldn't allow you to film me because I was like, I'll talk. But people didn't see that I was like this.
I think that was our first taped show.
It was the first taped show, and I was sitting like this, and I was like, I don't want to be wincing with my face wincing on the fucking camera unless I'm making a video specifically about how much back pain sucks.
So
anyway,
how the fuck did you lose 20 pounds? Because I'm not trying as hard as I can. I've been walking 2 miles a day for the last week, every single day. So when we're done with this, I'm going to go walk 2 miles. Hopefully I'll see a change, but I'm still eating a lot of ice cream and cookies and shit and pasta.
All right, that's the difference because I work out all the time anyway, and I've been doing it in the quarantine. I have a bench here. I have all the shit to work out with, and I do that, but I changed a lot of my working out to less lifting and more like stretching, yoga-ish type shit, and resistance kind of. But that has nothing to do with it either. I lost the weight because I totally changed the way I eat.
Oh, it's not what I wanted to hear.
I know that's not what you want to hear. I only eat from 2 to 6.
What?
I only eat from 2 to 6. I eat a lot in that period. But I'm telling you, if you can get through like 4 or 5 days of doing that, it sucks for those first few days. But if you can force yourself to get through those first few days, I wake up, I get hungry like 1:30 now, and I just wait till 2. And then sometimes I'll go past a little if we're having dinner a little later, like 6:30 or whatever, but certainly not past like 7 o'clock. I don't eat anything. And then I cut out my night eating. I'm not eating like any fucking bread or any stuff like that, no pizza. Because here's the thing, if I start eating pizza, if I have one, I will eat a whole entire fucking pie. And I started to see it like in pictures and shit like that. Like I'm getting fucking heavy, and it's harder the older you get. Like I turned 50. I started doing it a little before then, like the trying to change the eating. And then I just stuck with it during this, and I was like, just make sure the house is stocked with fucking fuck you. So yeah, I'm exactly at 20 pounds. I want to lose 5 more
in 2 months.
Yeah, more or less 2 months. Yeah.
Fucking A, dude. I don't know if I don't know if my life is worth living if I can't have ice cream and coffee bean and cookies.
I know, that's the thing. Like I stopped eating the kids' desserts, cookies, shit like that. You just I cut it out. And I'm like, but here's the thing. I haven't been 100% vegan, but I've been pretty close. I eat fish and stuff like that. But I've been vegan before for like a year. And when you're eating that way, you don't crave that other kind of shit. You really don't. In fact, I would go on trips and like, I'd be forced to eat whatever was there. And then I was like, I can't wait to get home to eat healthy food because that's what my body's craving. And that's where I'm at now. Like, I don't think about, because I used to eat fucking
you're a big Oreo guy.
Ice cream.
Right? Oreo?
Yeah. Yeah. Any cookies. Like just, I could stand at the sink and eat a whole box.
Fucking goddamn, Whole Foods has like they make their own cookies in their bakery.
Mm-hmm.
They're chocolate chip cookies about this big.
I know, I've had them before.
Brown butter, chocolate chip cookies. Yeah. That's the first food I eat. So I get up. Oh, help me with the math. So if you have a 4-hour window of eating, if I wake up at 11 a.m., what should what?
You should be able to do it if you're waking up at 11. What time you go to bed?
4.
All right. If you're going to bed at 4, you're waking up at 11. Even if you ate from like 2 until 8.
Okay.
You should be able to start like that and see if you can't pare it down. But I forgot to tell you, I also have AIDS.
Oh, dude. Let me come over and can you please come deep in my throat?
I'll slice your throat with razor blades to make sure it really gets into your bloodstream and then come in it.
I'll do a shot of broken glass and then choke down your load and then I'll be down 20 by August.
Yeah. I mean, I was getting heavy for sure. I don't know if you noticed it, but
I did. I didn't want to say it to you, but I noticed a little bit.
Yeah, I was getting a little.
It's on your
in the face.
See
here too. Like I was getting.
Yeah, you definitely look more slender. Yep. More like none in the oven. Am I right?
There you go. I should put the N on that.
Yeah. Shit now. None in the oven.
But yeah, I feel better. But
is it possible for me to lose weight by eating like shit but adding 2 miles a day?
No.
For real?
I don't think so. I mean, from my experience, I don't know. Everybody's body's different. You know, some people can run at the treadmill and whatever, and they lose weight like that. You know, some people could do yoga, and like Dave is like that. He eats pretty clean, but he goes crazy sometimes too with the eating.
Yeah.
But he'll do yoga for like a week, and it's like his body responds to that. For me, it's all the diet.
Fucking A.
Abs are made in the kitchen, bro, not in the gym.
I hate when you say that, even though it's the truest shit. I hate when you say it.
I know.
And before this all happened, I was like, doing a lot of push-ups and making the titties go away. Mm-hmm. And they're definitely, I'm definitely making milk currently. The milk has come in a little bit.
It's not really milk. It's more like creme fraiche.
It's curdled. It's just curdled milk in my titties. Creme fraiche. Do you watch South ever?
Not in years.
Did you ever watch the creme fraiche episode? Oh my god!
I like after the second season, I'm lost.
Okay.
I'm like Mr. Hanky, the Christmas thing. That's like when I stopped watching it.
All right. Oh, that's good. Okay, never mind. So we're trying to see one more topic, if you wouldn't mind. We're trying to get Frank on the show because there was some. Okay, show off.
Okay, go ahead.
There was some big news in the last week.
Yes.
So in quickly, cliff notes to get you caught up. In 2017, there was 3 pretty impressive to me, don't say a word, UFO videos released by Tom DeLonge, of all people, from Blink-182, who has quit music to devote his life to alien research.
Wait, that the videos that came out in 2017. I've seen those, right?
Yes.
Yeah, the ones with the lens flares and the sunspots.
I fucking hate you so much.
Go ahead. You mean those faked videos? Go ahead.
Anything I care about, you just shit all over. Yeah, Tom DeLonge released the videos, and they were confirmed by people who used to work for the Navy. So it wasn't official, but guys came out and said, you know, I was in one of the planes, I saw these things, which is great. It's cool, but it's not official. This last week, the U.S. Pentagon officially released the videos and said, these are UFOs. These 3 videos have 3 different craft which display technology that we do not have in our arsenal, nor do we know of basically on planet Earth. So it is the first time I'm sorry, am I boring you?
No, well, I don't. Can you say that again? I didn't hear what you said.
Over. Let me start over. Yeah,
go ahead.
It is the first time. It's the first time in U.S. history that our government has actually acknowledged UFOs, and it really is pretty major. No matter what you think about it, it's impressive. So we thought it would be cool to let's get Frank on here. This is like his moment to shine.
Okay, can I cut in now on a serious note?
Yeah, sure.
So if you've been listening to us for any length of time at all, you'll know that we had a little powwow about Frank is our engineer and we want to ingratiate him with a formal invitation into the show. And we did so. We said, Frank, we would like you to be like a full-fledged member of Rare Form Radio. Not that really means anything, but it does to us, you and I. And we've been with the guy for many years, on and off, other stations and other shows. And
we like him we're comfortable. He's trustworthy. He is knowledgeable when it comes.
Yeah, he's very knowledgeable technically and all that kind of stuff, and very knowledgeable with what he's into.
He's a minority. Has credibility.
That's right.
Yeah.
And he could care. When we asked him, his reaction was so unenthusiastic that we were like, Dan and I, it made us uncomfortable. We were like, is this fucking guy for real? Like, we're asking him to be a part of this thing that, we're doing. And he just, let me think about it. He gave us the
Oh yeah. Yes. Say it again.
He gave us the let me think about it. Like, what is there to fucking think? You're fucking doing it anyway right now. You're here. And we're just being nice guys and saying, let's make this official.
Said, let me talk to Gulliver about it.
Yeah, let me talk to Gulliver, and because I can't fucking call a shot to save my life.
You and I literally after the show were like, what was that, dude? That was so uncomfortable. We thought to be like, oh my God, guys, I'm honored. Give me a day and I'll give you an answer. Or just yes, I would love to. But instead it was oh, geez. Let me think about it. Oh.
Right. So with that, I went as far as to play a little prank on Frank. Maybe that should be our new bit, prank on Frank. But I called him and I was like, your reaction you really seemed put off by the whole thing, and like I just want to let you know that in light of that, we really didn't think that you had any interest in doing this with us, and maybe you were just doing us a favor and you didn't want to be in it for the long haul. So we went and found another engineer, and he was like, okay. And I couldn't even prank him. Like, he didn't get upset really. He's like, I understand. And I'm like, dude, I'm fucking joking with you. Like, so anyway. So the one time that in the world, since the inception of the United States, I guess, where our government has officially said, yeah, there's this video and we don't know what the fuck it is. And Frank is a UFO impresario. He has a radio show that discusses mainly that kind of stuff. He goes to the conventions. He goes
I've him, yeah.
Yeah, he goes to the desert and camps out and talks shop with other fucking crazy lunatic nut bars that believe in this shit. He invites people like Dan to go with him who fall for that kind of stuff. And we figured...
What's going on here?
We figured this would be the perfect time to bring Frank in, especially, quarantine time. It's a little unusual of a show. Like, let's get Frank on.
We have nothing to do.
Right. Now, we asked Frank yesterday, and he said no. And Dan and I did a show yesterday that user error. I'm pretty sure I did it. We got a call in the middle of our taping yesterday, and I think I hit the wrong. I panicked because I got a FaceTime, and I think I hit the wrong thing, and I fucked up the show.
The file was corrupted. It wasn't. I don't think you fucked up. Just something happened.
Something happened, and I didn't have it set right. Whatever it was, and so we're basically doing it again tonight. So I was like, okay, well, let's call Frank tonight. Like, maybe he had something going on. And I text him, and I wait, and then all of a sudden, sorry, man, I can't do it. So I don't know, Dan. You take it from here.
I don't know. I just I'm gonna have to stop asking him if he wants to be part of something really cool, I guess, because he's got better shit going on. We're working on his Milagro bean field.
So, Dan, you believe in this crap. Why don't you tell everybody what it's really about?
You had the ability to have one respectful conversation in your goddamn life.
I'll show you something out of this world.
Here they come. Boom.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I do believe it. And I've wanted to believe my whole life. And aliens and UFOs was like the first hobby I ever had at like 5 or 6 years old, like getting those old Time Life books from the, like paranormal book series they did in the 80s, getting those from the library. So I saw the videos in 2017 and I believed it, but it is cool to have confirmation now. But I think they're very, very compelling. So what is real thought? Or your real thought is it's bullshit?
Well, they look cool. I'm not going to deny that. Like, there's one where it's like a dot and they zero in on it. You hear the pilots talking, like, what the fuck is that? They zero in on it, they follow it, and it's like there's space, infinite cloud space, whatever, and there's a dot that's just going. Brrr. And the other one is this thing. It's like, and it's over here, and it's this way, and then it's this way, and then it's this way. I believe that those guys saw something that they weren't able to identify. That's what an unidentified flying object is. Do I believe it's from some other world? I'm going to need more than that, because I don't know if these guys are in on it, if that thing has been tampered with, if someone put something, some hacker put a bug in the system to make them see that. Like, there's so many other variables that until one walks through my fucking door and says, hey, man, we're real, Dan was right, till one says Dan was right, I don't know that I'm going to believe. I have the same want. I'm not as obsessed with the whole alien philosophy or the idea of, I don't romanticize it. I have that in other capacities. So I understand how you feel about it. The same way I feel about like certain other conspiracy theories or films or whatever it is. So I get the passion behind it. I just don't have it for
JFK and the Manson murders is kind of more your thing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I know everything, all the underground shit, the shit that public doesn't know. Like I've seen other pictures and other, I get that passion. I don't have that with Alien, but I'm willing to believe if there was something that was more concrete.
It's like me saying to you that I don't believe Kennedy was shot in the back of a car because all I've seen is super clear video that's been acknowledged by the government.
No, but the guy is dead, and you saw it on a Zapruder film, which is not. It wasn't high tech shit. You could see the autopsies. You could see the guy is dead. You're talking.
It can all be faked.
It's not.
You're full of shit.
It's not. But you're telling me that you're comparing the shooting of a president in front of many people sitting there to a dot that was flying across a digital screen. You're comparing the legitimacy of the leader of a nation being shot in public in front of people on film to a dot flying across the screen.
You say tomato, I say UFO.
Yeah, I say tomato, and you're a fucking asshole. So tell me more about it now.
That's it. I mean, there's nothing more to say. Just like that the government said, we don't have this technology, which I don't believe everything the government says. I'm not a sheep as far as like whatever they say is true. But it just to me feels real. And the fact that the pilots have come out before and said, we've seen them before. There's more video than what you're seeing. And there also was a bunch of them together. And we got up near them and they just shut off in like a millisecond. Like they saw them with their own eyes too, not just on radar.
Right.
It's super interesting. Are they aliens? I don't know. What the fuck?
While you're looking away, I keep going to the camera.
Well, I just think that they're probably aliens. I think they are aliens. I think it's aliens. I mean, if they were drones, I think they would know. And if they were drones, I don't think they have drones that can shoot off in a millisecond, like out of range.
Okay, well, here's another question for you. What if they're not aliens and someone else just does have that kind of technology that we don't? I mean, there are other smart people in the world. Like when we were trying to get into space and we couldn't figure it out, we got all the fucking Nazis over here that knew what they were fucking talking about. You know what I mean?
That it is possible. But I feel like we would have figured it out by now. It couldn't be, I feel like there could be nations that have better technology than us, but not like 20, 30, 40 years in the future technology.
Like there's just some Russian guy and Putin, and they're sitting in a room. They're like, look how stupid the American is. Like, watch. Okay, make it fly away now.
Right.
Okay. Oh. It could be that though.
It could, and I would not bet my life on it being from a different planet. Mm-hmm. But I put it at, and I don't know what I'm basing this on, but like 85%.
Right.
And the interesting thing is, if you're into UFOs at all, everyone's heard of Bob Lazar.
Yes.
And he had a film come out that's on Netflix now. It's called Bob Lazar, Area 51 and Flying Saucers.
He's the guy who used to host The Price is Right, correct? Oh, no, that's Bob Barker.
Bob Lazar, brief history. In the 80s, he worked at a place called S4 in Area 51 in Nevada, where they supposedly tested alien spacecraft, and he was hired to reverse engineer a recovered UFO.
Right.
That's the story. So since the 80s, he's been describing, like when most airplanes fly, they fly with their nose facing where they want to go. So they fly horizontally, right?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And Bob always said that the way they fly, fucking cocksucking.
Go ahead.
So Bob would always say that the way they work is they turn their belly towards where they want to fly. So that they fly almost like vertical. And
all right, good. No, I'm listening.
really is difficult to open up to you. I can't believe you're still married. I really can't believe it.
I'm listening.
Yeah. So basically, these fucking. You know what? Have a good night, everybody. It's been really fun.
No. Come on. I'm listening.
This one of the ones in the video that they released does exactly that. It turns in a super weird way and flies like no aircraft or drone or paper airplane or anything. And the idea is that it opens up like a gravity hole and it more falls where it wants to go rather than be
like it sets ahead where it wants to go and then it gets pulled.
Like it's not propelled by something. It more is pulled towards where it wants to go. Right. And that's what one of these craft does. It's pretty neat. They're super weird. The videos are weird looking.
Yeah, they're interesting. And don't get me wrong, I watched when I'll stop. Oh, look, the UFOs and ancient civilizations, Leonard Nimoy shit. I was in search of. Yeah, when I was young, I was definitely into In Search of. But a
great theme song.
Yeah, I just
oh shit. Sorry.
I think it's Bob Lazar that I have the problem with.
How come?
I just don't find him as a credible Bob.
You're gonna need to explain more.
Well, I think like if Bob Dylan or like Bob Saget even was to tell me all this information, I would believe it more than Bob Lazar. It just doesn't sound like a credible name.
What about Bob Cat Goldthwait?
That's a good one. Bob Newhart.
That's a reliable one.
I would definitely go with Bob Newhart, or one person I wouldn't believe that I know that you're a fan of, that I am not a fan of. Think of a Bob. I know you're going to get it. Think of a Bob that, I'll give you a hint, is a singer, but he's one of those like cut from that bullshit Bruce Springsteen-ish cloth of the working man and anthem-y early 80s rock. Like, is that Bob Seger?
Goddamn right it is.
Yeah. I wouldn't. Him and Bob Lazar can kiss my ass. They're shitty theories and crappy music.
Bob Singer is basically Lennon and McCartney put together into one guy.
The fucking gruff voice, and we're gonna ride tonight. That kind of shit. Like, fuck off. It's bullshit.
Dude, he has songs about 18-wheelers.
Yeah, I can't relate.
Keeps America going, dude. My dad's a fucking truck driver. My dad is basically Bob Seger.
Yeah, so you can relate. My dad, actually, his name was Bob.
Yeah, my middle name is Bob.
Is it?
That's Robert.
I didn't know that. Bob. Yep. Danny Bob. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Bob Seger sucks. Bob Odenkirk, I'd believe him.
Hollywood Nights?
What Hollywood Night?
Or I'm staying on Seger, dude. Night Moves.
Yeah, I thought you were talking about Hollywood Nights, the film, which is a great film.
Mark Wahlberg as a porn star?
No, that's Boogie Nights.
No.
Night Moves, working on the night. Fuck you. I grew up in a whole different, like, against that.
They're all Diana Ross and the Village People.
Yeah, I would go to a concert of Diana Ross with the Village People opening and sit way in the back in the worst seats in the house, then be front row center with backstage passes. And then if he invited me to go to his house for a home cooked meal after, I would take the Diana Ross in 2 seconds.
Would you rather listen to Diana Ross than Bob Seger?
Yes.
For real?
100%.
Real talk.
The fucking Supremes, Diana Ross, hit after hit.
Limp Bizkit or Bob Seger?
Bob Seger.
Okay. All right. Okay. I was going to go down the entire list. I'm happy we got there. Okay, cool.
Yeah. I just, for other reasons, I just can't Limp Bizkit it.
Okay. Because Fred is a fucking dork.
That's one reason, I guess.
Nah, he's fine. He's fine. I got into a fight with my wife once. That was cool.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. Yeah.
Can you expand or no?
Sure, I don't care. I really don't give a shit about talking about my experiences.
No, go ahead.
He was a guest with Camp Freddy or Real Machines once, and actually, he's fine. He's fine. He's one of those guys who doesn't really acknowledge people that aren't in the band. I feel like. But we're doing a show once, and his wife was standing in my guitar tech world. For those shows, I'm incredibly busy. Just doing a lot of guitar changes, there's a lot of guests, and I need space. She was there with two friends, and in my zone, and I was like, "Hey, would you? You've been around me. I'm very kind when I need people to move."
Mm-hmm.
I was like, "Hey, would you mind just backing up a little bit? I need to keep this walkway clear." She goes, "I'm Fred's wife," and I was like, and I said,
"Stone."
I looked around, and I was like, I don't give a shit whose wife you are. This is my work area. Please back the fuck up. And she did. I didn't hear about it from anyone later, but like anyone who says that line of like, do you know who I am? Or do you know who I'm married to?
Do you know who I fuck?
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Right. So that was that story.
I want to add in a little addendum to that story.
Okay.
I'm one of the rare few that gets to exist in Dan's workspace.
Yes.
But I help sometimes too. You're like, hold this. I'm like, okay.
You help. And also, like, in general, you have spatial awareness anyway, but you also know what I do. And you can tell when I need to get somewhere quick. You know where to stand. And you also know not to stand just right in front of me. And some people don't know not to stand in front of me. Yeah, you know the drill. You've been there 50 or 100 times.
Yeah.
People are just stupid is the point.
Well, that's the way I think that we should wrap this show up and bring it to a close, is that people are just fucking stupid at this point.
Yep. Except for anyone that listens or buys a t-shirt or iTunes and, follows us on all the social medias and asks Todd questions about his buddy Dave as much as possible.
Or people who listen to Bob Seger or take any advice from Bob Lazar.
You always make it fun.
All right. Thank you, Dan, for taking the time to Zoom with me. And we will hopefully see each other soon.
In a couple of days. I promised people 2 shows this week, so we're doing 2 shows this week.
Yeah, I actually saw you post that. I was like, I don't know what the fuck he's talking about. I got shit to do. Me and Frank have stuff to do.
Okay, great. If that's true, I'll take a week off. I can't wait to see your new project.
All right.
All right, buddy.
We're going to solve this UFO mystery. All right.
Later.
We will see you next week.
All right.
This is Lola, and I'm here to tell the world to stop being such pussies and listen to Rare Form Radio.